Warm greetings, Code Monkeys and fellow VEDSies. Welcome back to CodedLockFilms. So I kinda screwed up today when I was trimming my beard. I accidentally used the wrong length of clipper when I was trimming the side, and now it looks kind of weird and thin. It should look normal again in like a week and a half. It's not the end of the world. But it kinda got me thinking about appearance and how appearance affects who we are as people. There was definitely a time in my life when I did not care about my appearance really whatsoever. It was pretty much all the way up through high school. I didn't really care all that much about what I looked like. I was well groomed because I just didn't like the general feeling of being dirty. But you know, hair, clothes, it was all pretty much whatever for me. I just kinda went with what my group went with, and it just so happens that I hung out with the goth kids. I had the chains dangling everywhere, and I had the spiky wristbands. I even had black fingernails at one point. And no, you cannot see any pictures. And because I didn't care much about my appearance, I also kind of looked down on people who did. I thought preppy girls who spent a bunch of time on their hair and makeup were really shallow. I thought guys who bought all the fancy Abercrombie crap just looked like idiots. I think the way you know you're growing as a person is when you look back on yourself 5 years ago and say, man, that person was an idiot. I'm sure glad I'm not an idiot now. And then 5 years after that, you look back, man, that person was an idiot. I'm sure glad I'm not an idiot now, etc., etc. But I do very much care about my appearance now. It's actually quite important to me. I choose to present my outer appearance in a certain way because I like to try and communicate a little bit about myself in the way that I dress and the way that I look. And I feel like my appearance generally provides a lot of visual cues as to the type of person I am. I spend a lot of time grooming my hair and keeping my beard looking nice, because that fastidious communicates that I'm at least reasonably well put together. But I also don't try to hide any of the grays in my hair, because I don't want to be the type of person that tries to fight the aging process. My overall dress style is pretty casual, but it's all very color coordinated, to the point that I'm actually the sort of person who coordinates the color of my shoes with the color of my shirt now. I am an artist and I care a lot about color theory, but I'm also not a very formal person, which is why it's sort of casual looking. And on pretty much every t-shirt that I own is some sort of logo or graphic, and those to me are about communicating the type of stuff that I like. This is a Lord of the Rings t-shirt for the record, and when I first thought about this I was sort of thinking, well, what does this really mean? Does this mean that I'm like a shallow person? And my high school self would have said yes, but no, I really don't think it does. We all have different ways in which we express ourselves. Some people do it through visual art, some people do it through music, and some people do it through their appearance as well, and I really don't think there's anything wrong with that. I realize I'm not saying anything particularly revolutionary here, but it's just kind of something that I've been thinking about recently, and I didn't really have a plan for what to do for today's video, so I'm just kind of splurging that out and just, meh. Here are my thoughts. You take these thoughts, do with them what you will. And until next time, Code Monkeys and fellow VEDSies, I will see you tomorrow.